Today I'm going to review Fairytale Fights. Fairytale Fights, when this game first came out, I didn't really know what to think of it. And I thought it kind of looked... I just kind of wanted to try it out, and then I watched reviews, and I read about it, and it got kind of poor reviews, and I was kind of turned off by it. I didn't really care, but then, when it got down to the $20 price, I decided, you know, I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to try it out. And it's actually really fun. The story mode, however, is really long. You can play as Little Red Riding Hood, Jack from the Beanstalk, the Naked Emperor, and Snow White. And you can play as them, you can switch them out whenever you go back to the Tale. And you can get downloadable characters, which is free off the network. Let's see what to say about it. Pretty much the whole story basis is to it. This guy named the Little Tailors came into town, stealing all the glory, and you pretty much try to stop him. That's pretty much, it's a very basic story. Not, you know, any big detail. It's pretty explanatory. The graphics I believe are good for what they're going for. They're going for a real cartoony look, which I think it's done pretty good. However, it's not like the greatest graphics in the world. It could pull, I could almost guarantee it could pull off on a PS2, but I'm not too sure about that. However, the game is fun, I will admit it. It's just fun. You can get different weapons, and each weapon you get will have a different rating system to see how powerful they are. And the attack's kind of weird. You move the analog stick to swing, but it's fun to hack up people and slash them and stuff. And the blood, I mean, you can literally, it's kind of screwed up, I mean, this game is. You can slide on the blood and spin around in it and do all that kind of stuff. I mean, you can get a trophy if you spin it in a circle of blood for 3 minutes. What else is there? There's, I already said the weapon rating system. But you kind of go through and you kill different things, and you fight bosses, and you kill something else and fight bosses. There's actually it's a pretty long campaign. It is pretty long, I will admit it. I can't tell you how long it really is. I believe mine was close to 13 hours, but 13 to 14 hours. But I replayed a couple of chapters too, but I can't be honest how long it is. I'd say probably from somewhere between 10 to 15 hours, depending on how you play it. It is a pretty lengthy game, like I said. But then again, when you get to it, there's no really like an online mode. There's arena mode, which you can also play with a second controller. But I didn't care for it too much. I really wouldn't play it. And there's not really replay value. The only replay value is to get money to build your statue, which I didn't care to do either. I thought about doing it, that's why I started playing some chapters over, but then I just kind of gave up on it. I mean, the game is fairly easy, and it's pretty much like a Lego game. When you die, you know, you reappear where you're at with all the enemies still around, and then you lose your money. That's pretty much about it. The camera angle can be an issue sometimes. Sometimes you'll get lost, like, you know, you can get out of visual. And sometimes it's hard to tell where you're jumping to and how you're, like, how close and how far you are from it, to the edges. You can fall off any edge out throughout the game. So sometimes the camera will you will definitely die from camera difficulties. But you got a health bar, you know, like, there's not really health, it just kind of regenerates over time. There's glory mode, where you can it's pretty much freezing the enemies, and you go by and just hack them up into kind of a glory cutscene, like type of, I wouldn't really call it cutscene, it would go to split screen. But you can get sharp weapons, guns, bows, there's tons of weapons, tons of like stuff in this game. Tons of cheap deaths too, but in the end, Fairytale Fights is definitely worth picking up.